The Everglades, one of the most unique and endangered ecosystems in the world, a place where water, wildlife, and history intertwine in ways that few other places can match. But beyond the breathtaking landscapes, this park tells a story, one of conservation, conflict, and survival. Everglades National Park is unlike any other. It's not known for towering mountains or vast deserts, but for its slow-moving, life-sustaining river, a landscape dominated by water, sawgrass, and cypress trees. It's home to creatures that exist nowhere else in the world and plays a critical role in Florida's environmental health. But this park is also under threat. Climate change, pollution, and human development reshaped its fragile ecosystem, leaving us with a pressuring question. Can we save the Everglades before it's too late? Did you know the National Park Service was created in 1916 to protect America's natural and cultural resources? Everglades National Parks, established in 1947, embodies this mission by preserving one of the most unique ecosystems in the world. And the park continues to serve as a model for preservation and education through ranger programs, scientific research, and visitor engagement. The Everglades highlights the importance of wetlands, biodiversity, and climate change awareness. Long before it became a national park, the Everglades was home to the indigenous Calusa, Tequesca, and later the Somali and Muskoki tribes. These people learned to live with the water, moving with the seasons, hunting, and fishing in the vast wetlands. But as settlers arrived in the 1800s, they saw the Everglades as nothing more than a swamp to be drained and developed. By the early 20th century, canals and levees had begun reshaping the landscape, threatening the delicate balance of the ecosystem. It wasn't until the 1930s that people began to realize what was at stake. One woman in particular helped change the course of history, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. She wrote The Everglades, River of Grass, a groundbreaking book that redefined how people saw this land. It wasn't just a swamp, it was a slow-moving river, teeming with life. Thanks to her work and efforts of conservationists, Everglades National Park was established in 1947. The Everglades is often called the River of Grass, a slow-moving sheet of water that stretches from Lake Okeechobee to Florida Bay. This ecosystem supports an astonishing array of wildlife, including over 360 species of birds, 50 species of reptiles, and some of the most endangered animals in North America. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Everglades is the delicate balance between predator and prey. Take the American alligator and invasive Burmese python. These two apex predators are locked in battle for dominance, a direct result of human interference. Burmese pythons, introduced through the pet trade, have decimated native mammal populations, fundamentally altering the ecosystem.
Species are those that either have occurred, now occur, or may occur in a given area through natural processes. And that stands in stark contrast to an exotic species, which is one that occupies an area either directly or indirectly as a result of human actions, be that intentional or accidental. Fortunately for us, the vast majority of exotic species don't adversely impact the ecosystems that they're introduced to. But those that do are generally termed invasive species, and in terms of management, those are the ones that we typically target. The park has been actively engaged in managing non-native exotic species for decades now, and it remains at the forefront of our efforts here as far as resource management.
But the Everglades is in danger. Over the last century, human intervention, dams, canals, and artificial runoff has drastically altered the water flow, leading to habitat destruction and loss of vital species. Today, only 50% of the original Everglades remains intact. The comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan, launched in 2000, was meant to undo some of this damage. But the progress has been slow. This $10 billion project is the largest wetland restoration effort in the world, yet bureaucratic delays and funding issues have stalled its success. One of the biggest threats to the Everglades today is water mismanagement. Too much water in some areas and too little in others creates imbalances that affect everything from fish populations to bird migration patterns. So the question remains, how do we fix what we've broken?
Hi everyone, I am Eve Samples, Executive Director at Friends of the Everglades, here with my longtime colleague Gil Smart for our Friends of the Everglades live legislative session preview.
Here is, just for a quick review, is the list of our 2025 legislative priorities. You'll see number one is rescue the river of grass, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Protecting wetlands, and these priorities have stayed pretty consistent over the past couple of years. Our priorities don't change. We're always looking to defend water quality, wetlands, the Everglades, or we're looking to defeat proposals that are going to harm our water quality and environment and that sort of thing. So again, you can take a look at these here. Protecting Florida state parks, number three. Taking bold steps to improve water quality, because that's what we need to do. Don't ban fertilizer bans. Smarter controlled development, which is a bit of a laugher, but we'll talk about that soon. And stop sugarcane.
For those who visit, the Everglades offer an unforgettable experience. Whether it's gliding through the mangroves on airboat, spotting rare birds, or hiking through cypress forest, there's something for everyone. But beyond the adventure, visiting the park is about understanding, about seeing firsthand why this place matters. Though I've never been to the Everglades, studying landscape architecture has given me a deep appreciation for the way natural environments shape our world. The Everglades isn't just a vast stretch of wetlands. It's a carefully balanced ecosystem where water, plants, and wildlife interact in ways that are both intricate and essential. As a future landscape architect, I see places like this as more than just scenic. They are living systems that influence design, conservation, and sustainability. Understanding the Everglades means understanding how landscapes function and why protecting them is crucial to our future. The Everglades' future depends on us. Conservation efforts are ongoing, but challenges remain. Climate change, rising sea levels, and pollution continue to threaten this park. But hope is not lost. With continued advocacy, sustainable tourism, and stronger policies, we can ensure that future generations will still be able to experience this incredible place. The Everglades is more than just a national park. It's a test of our commitment to preserving nature, our willingness to fight for the environment, and of our understanding that protecting these wild places isn't just about the past, it's about the future. The question isn't whether the Everglades is worth saving. The question is, what are we willing to do to save it?